All right, y'all, here we go. I'm about to update you guys, and I'm a little bit ashamed of this update. I don't know. I was like not gonna film this video. I was like, that's it for my channel. I am tired of updating everyone. They're gonna think I'm crazy. They're gonna tear me to shreds in the comments, or I don't know. I just had all these like negative thoughts in my head. But then I was like, you know what? Let's release that. And let's just go and chat about homeschooling and be real and just do what I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking about homeschooling. So that, this chair is bothering me. That is what I'm going to do in today's video. I'm just going to update you on how things are going in our homeschool. I'm going to chat about homeschooling because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. I have one of my Alanis here, so if you want to get yourself some tea or coffee or your favorite Alani or whatever, or you can be doing laundry or dishes and just have your headphones in. So this is just going to be a chatty video updating you on how things have gone for our homeschool in November and then a little bit into December. Today is December 3rd when I'm filming this video. And yeah, I feel that it is helpful to me when I see what curriculum certain homeschoolers are using on YouTube, and then they like update me a lot on how it's going. I just feel like that is really informative, not just like, oh, here's my curriculum and then here's my like end of year update. I like more like month to month updates. So even though I feel like I'm driving myself crazy and I might be driving y'all crazy with all my changes and everything, this is just real. This is real life homeschooling. That's what my channel is. That's always what my YouTube has been about. I've done YouTube for so many years. My cleaning channel was just real life cleaning. It was not fancy cleaning. It was not me trying to like put on a show, act like I'm the best cleaner in the world. It was just real life cleaning from a real mom. So that's what this channel is, just real life homeschool stuff. So anyway, if you are new here, hello, my name is Madison. I have 4 kids, ages 17, 8, 6, and 4. And so I have all the way from a high schooler down to a preschooler, which is crazy. So we have lots of ages here, and I have been on a journey trying to figure out what curriculum works for our homeschool, but not only that, just what, like in general, our homeschool is going to be like. You know, are we going to do morning time every single morning? Are we going to do like a co-op, like classical conversations, which we have been doing for the first time this year, all 4 of my kids. Sorry, I did cut myself with a knife. I was trying to chop up this ham that my husband got from work, and just my sister was over. Things were kind of chaotic with the puppy. I should show y'all our puppy. Stay tuned to the end of this video and I will show y'all our puppy. She's the cutest thing in the world. So that's another thing, another November update, because we did get her in November. Yeah, so that's a big November update, is we got a puppy. Oh! We got a Maltese, part Maltese, part poodle. Her dad was a poodle, her mom was a Maltese. At least that's what the lady said. I am gonna get her like genetically tested, but she looks exactly like a Maltese. So she's the cutest, sweetest dog ever. She's like a little over 9 weeks now. I got her like right freshly around 8 weeks. So very exciting. She's been to the vet. She's got a clean bill of health and she's doing so good. So anyway, I'll introduce y'all to her at the end of this video. But one of my kids has her right now because everyone's obsessed with her. She's basically a walking stuffed animal. That's how cute she is, and fluffy, and she just looks like a stuffed animal, but she's a live dog. And so she's so cute, and it's been so fun. My husband got her for me, and it was such like a love language to me that he let me get her. And he's working so hard with his job, and just that we were able to buy her, and just it's like a little dream come true. I've always wanted a Maltese, so, or for many years. Me and my daughter have wanted a Maltese, and my boys love her too, and they all fight over her. So anyway though, We've had lots of stuff happening. Obviously Thanksgiving and CC ended at the end of November for the next like 5 or 6 weeks. We have like all December off. We go back like second week of January, something like that. So lots going on. I have changed something again, so I will update y'all on that. That was why I was scared to make this video. Oh, it's just a lot right now, you guys. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about my changes and how crazy I am in a second. I am crazy. Like, say it all you want. Comment down below how crazy I am. I'll just agree with you. Like, thumbs up. Yep, I'm crazy. But you know what? I'm doing the best I can. And that's all there is to it. I'm just doing the best I can. So, where to begin? Okay, so last month I said I was feeling burnt out. This month I think I am still feeling burnout for sure, because I haven't had like a major break, but a lot of our activities have ended, and so that has helped in my burnout, because it's just like less places to go. So that's good, but still at the end of the day, it's like being with the kids all of the time can definitely get draining. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Homeschooling is not easy. Surprise. And I love it. Like one of my biggest love languages is quality time. Like I love spending time with my kids. But I think it's been tiring, and like doing the physical school has been exhausting for me recently. Just like the emotions, like I'm teaching 2 kids how to read. Charlie is still Charlie, my youngest, who's 4, is still working on learning her letters, but that's like a big part of learning to read, and that's a big like kind of tiring thing, is like getting them to fully master all the letters, uppercase, lowercase, all their sounds, all that. It's a big endeavor, in my opinion, to do. And this is my 3rd time doing it. I did not teach my oldest how to read because he was in public school. But anyway, so, and then my 1st grader's in the thick of learning to read, which is even more exhausting. And then my 3rd grader, I will say it's a little bit easier with him. I think it's personalities, but also just like where he's at. He's really taken off with reading. I don't really feel like we're learning how to read anymore. I'll do it in a minute. Go. All right, come here. Hurry.
Nobody messaged me.
Yeah. You too?
Yeah.
Come here. Step forward. They can't see. Okay, go. Close the door. Oh, my crazy daughter. She, I put a little bit of this like, it's like a hydrating lip balm kind of thing on my lips, and of course she had to have some, and so she's so funny. But anyway, what was I saying? So like he is reading full on. I actually just switched, so I'm trying to find a way to make it to where he's more independent, because she made this room stink. I just need it. I just do. It's taking way too long to do our school if I don't have him be a little bit more independent. So trying to help with my burnout by like making him a little bit more independent, but he still needs me a lot because he's still only in 3rd grade. But I was having him read like a chapter to me every school day of one of his Sunlight books. And I have decided to just let him read it himself, because he was reading it and he wasn't really getting any of the words wrong. And so I was like, why am I sitting here? I just have him read it, and then he gives me like a summary just to make sure like, you know, he understood what he was reading and everything. I have him give me a summary. So, and to make sure he did it in case I like walked away with another kid or whatever. So that has been good, and I've really realized there are quite a few things he can do with his school independently. So I need to let him do that and get him used to that, so I can just be like, go do it, you know, and he does it. So I think that's a positive thing that we're moving towards. But I still have these very young ones who really, really need me. And next year, my daughter will be in kindergarten. And so then it will be, all of them will be like full blown in school, you know? So I just have to figure out how to make this a little bit more manageable. I'm not the most organized person, as I've told you guys, so trying to make it more manageable and just keep myself from getting so burnt out and exhausted. We used to do this little elective school once a week, but and it's like my boys would go there. I tried to get my daughter to go and she cried, so I was like, we'll wait. But it's like 3 hours long. My daughter, it was just Mother's Day out, and so it's same for Jack, but for Henry, he's at the age where he can pick like these little elective classes, and it's really fun. But I decided to take a break from that this semester. You can sign up by semester, because we were doing classical conversations. And first of all, that's a big expense. And then second of all, that's like a full day. We're there for a few hours as well. And then we have lunch there and we play there. So that's like 4+ hours that we're out of the house, and we come home exhausted. And so we don't do school on that day. And so I was afraid that if we also did the elective school, that's another day of not doing school, because even when they come back, we have a club we go to that we love, where they talk about books, and then they do like PE type games. So we took a break from it, and I think it was good. It was fine. But I do think that we're going to sign back up for the next semester, because I need that 3 hours away. I think it will help me with my burnout and just my time. Even if my daughter doesn't go yet, I bet she'll go at least when she starts kindergarten. I think she'll be old enough at that point to want to go. I'm kind of thinking she'll watch her brothers do it this semester and like wish she was going. Although I'm still debating maybe trying to sign her up. I don't know. But, so even if she doesn't go, that's just one kid I have with me still. And like me and her can go run errands or whatever. And I can just have a little bit of space from some of the kids. And they're doing something productive. You know, they're not on their iPads or whatever. They're off doing something productive with somebody else. So I think that's going to help me. I really wanted to be that mom that just didn't need that. But I realized I think I just do. I just do. We do a lot of activities, a lot of school, and I just really think I need that break. So I think I'm going to do that next semester. So that's kind of a change that we've got going on. And then as far as curriculum goes, my third grader, he's still using the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. So all three of my little ones are still using the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. We're not switching from that. I don't know how Henry will start Essentials in Classical Conversations next year, most likely, as long as we sign up again, which I think we will. And so I don't know how that's going to go with also combining the Good and the Beautiful with doing Essentials. So we'll see, but at least with my kids from pre-K to third grade, we're sticking with the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. And I have a lot of peace with that. I've tried a bunch of other things, and this is just what works for our family. Do I love their literature? No. So we just add in Sunlight readers instead for my third grader, like their little books, like their kindergarten books like this. Or I already ordered the first grade booster box and level for my first grader who's still doing the kindergarten work right now. These are fine. These are, it's just like tiny little sentences, so they can't really mess that up. I feel like they're cute, they're pretty, they're good. I like them. I really like the booster cards. They're very simple. I really like these. I like their handwriting. I like to do handwriting without tears for kindergarten, and then they always finish their handwriting early in the school year. So then I have them move into the kindergarten handwriting. So he's still in kindergarten handwriting, but he's almost done. And so then probably by the new year, we'll switch to, I did like a little, the Good and the Beautiful order recently. And I did get their level 1 handwriting for my first grader. So, and I'm sure he'll finish this by the end of first grade and then move into the second grade level. So, and if he doesn't, that's okay, because they never really last a full year. So like eventually he'll catch up with handwriting, which is just handwriting. I actually have my third grader, he's about to finish the level 3 handwriting with the Good and the Beautiful. So instead of moving on to level 4, I actually reverted him back to level 2. That's called Refining Print. He's been doing cursive with the Good and the Beautiful, and I really like it. His cursive looks good. Like, I've been really impressed by his cursive. And I like my kids to learn cursive. I want them to be able to read cursive and be familiar with it. So I like them learning it, but the most important thing for them is print, in my opinion, being able to write in print. And there are just some letters I noticed that he was kind of forgetting or doing backwards or whatever. And so I think now at this older age, doing a handwriting book where he's working on his just print, I think he'll be able to remember it and solidify it and just be good practice. So he's just gonna do this for the second half of his 3rd grade year. He's gonna do the 2nd level of handwriting from the Good and the Beautiful. And then once 4th grade starts, we'll get the 4th grade level handwriting. So handwriting is going well. I have done that. I have not changed it. It's been handwriting without tears. They're level 1 or kindergarten level. And then moving into the Good and the Beautiful once they finish that. And that has been good. And then now I'm just having my 3rd grader kind of step back a little, and I'll probably do that with all of my other kids just to really make sure they get good, solid handwriting. Because even if, you know, in the future they're just sending emails and they don't write a lot of things, I want them to have, you know, decent penmanship and be able to write and write well. I have actually heard they don't really teach handwriting in a lot of public schools these days. And the kids have terrible handwriting and stuff, and I just think it's sad. Like, they obviously don't do cursive. They haven't done that for a long time, which I also think is sad because I think it's a good thing to work on. So anyway, I love that I homeschool and I'm able to choose these things for my kids. And so at the end of the day, homeschooling is amazing and I love it, but it is work. It is hard. It is, what is the word? Edifying? Is that it? Or refining? I can't think of the word right now, but you know, it works on your character a lot as a homeschool parent. And I actually have been listening to Sarah Mackenzie's book, Teaching from Rest. And it's been so good for me because with my burnout and everything, I needed to be reminded, like, she has prayers, like specific prayers that she gives you to be able to pray when you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed with homeschooling. So that has been so good and so helpful for me. So if you're feeling burnt out, maybe listen to that book as well. And she really does that balance well of, like, you know, on social media, some people are like, just let them play outside. They don't need to do school, you know? And then some people are like, no, they need like tons of schoolwork. You know what I mean? Like, I really think Sarah Mackenzie has a good like balance of the in-between. So anyway, I've been liking that book. But yes, so handwriting is going well. Language arts is going well. Like I said last time, Henry has moved into the level 3 from the Good and the Beautiful language arts. We got caught up in level 2. So he's moving along in level 3 and it's been good. You know, I don't like their take on literature, but we use that as just a discussion. And then we have not been doing the literature with the Good and the Beautiful. We've just been reading the Sunlight Readers, 3rd grade Sunlight Readers, which we already have. So that has been great. And I feel like the Good and the Beautiful does a great job of like teaching grammar and just really streamlining it and making it simple. Spelling is okay. We still do spelling UC, and I really like that because it's like copy work and dictation, which I think are really, really good things for kids to do. It helps with handwriting, it helps with spelling, it helps with paragraph formation, so many different things. So I love spelling UC, and we are continuing that. And I think my 1st grader, I tried to start spelling UC like A with him, and he just wasn't quite ready. But I think he's about ready. I do want to also get him a little bit more independent where he can just like, right now he can pull out his handwriting and do it by himself. But I would like him to get more independent, like where he can pull out his spelling UC and do that, because my 3rd grader does that. So I think that's like a mindset thing that I'm trying to do is like, okay, how can I get them a little bit more independent and streamlined and organized so that our days can be more efficient, since I have all these kids to teach. So now the thing that's frustrating is math. Guys, I love math. Math is like my favorite subject. And so I think part of it is like I put so much pressure on it. And so maybe that's part of why we've been switching back and forth so many times. Oh, it's so frustrating. So last time I updated y'all, I was like, we're doing math with confidence. We're sticking with math with confidence. That's what we're doing. And then I told y'all about how we were adding in Math Mammoth and how I really liked that. Well, we have switched back to the Good and the Beautiful math. So This is kind of like a recent thing, but it's really working well, and it actually has to do with Math Mammoth. I told y'all I don't like, The Good and the Beautiful doesn't do a very good job with mental math, I don't think at all, or like conceptual math, any of that, but they do a great job with like logic and puzzles, and like right now in 3rd grade, Henry's working on learning volume and conversions and stuff like that. All of that I think are really good things to learn, and so they do have some good stuff in there. They're just not teaching multiplication like at all, and that's irritating to me, but I realized I can just add in Math Mammoth, and this is actually attainable. You guys know I've been trying to use multiple math curriculum for a while, just because there's no one curriculum that I like the best. That's the issue. They all have problems with them. So like Math Mammoth, I would say my problem with this is I just don't feel it's enough. It's just very like worksheet based, and I just want a little bit more teaching wise and everything. They do have videos you can watch, which I really like the videos, but I just want a little more than what Math Mammoth offers. But I love that they have mental math. They're very big, like mental addition right here. There's a quick little explanation of the mental definition addition. You can also watch a video if you want to, which he understood this, so we were able to just, I think we actually watched the video a while back, but anyway, he's been able to just do a lot of this without even watching the video. Just with the little explanation they have at the top, and then he just does it. So I will kind of get him started with this, and then, and I think as he gets older, he'll be able to just do it fully independently. But this is something that I'll get him started, like, and then he just does it. And so I'll be like, just go do your one worksheet of Math Mammoth. And then the same for Jack, my 1st grader. He is doing the Good and the Beautiful 1st grade. That was part of my Good and Beautiful order. I got sick of Math with Confidence 1st grade again, and I'm just like, I really think I just need to let Math with Confidence go. It's sad because I think it's a really good program, and I think it gives a really good number sense. I just don't like the way it's executed, and it's very fatiguing to me for some reason, and just a lot of moving pieces. And with my burnout and just so many kids I'm trying to teach, it's just been frustrating for me. Whereas the Good and the Beautiful math, you know, you have a lot of it in the workbook, and then you have this very clean and simple math box. And like in the math box, it's good quality items. Like these little pieces are like rubber and they stick, so they're very nice. Like these guys, tanagrams I think you call them. Oh no, that's not what this is. I don't know where they are right now. But anyway, they are great, and I like having a bunch of them because my kids will just build different things with them, but they slide around and can be a little bit frustrating in that way, whereas these are such high quality. They're thick, they're heavy, they have like a little bit of like rubberiness to them, so they don't slide on the table. They're not like super smooth. So when, you know, the little logic puzzle comes up in The Good and the Beautiful, and they're supposed to make something out of these shapes, my son can do this very easily. It comes with this cute little clock, which I really like this. I feel like back in the day it was on the box and it always broke, and so this is good. We also have this clock, which I really like, that we just own because it moves like with, you know, the hour hand moves with the minute hand like a real clock. So we like this one, but it's always nice to have an extra if you're missing something or just want to do something real quick. I like this clock that it came with. They have them work on left and right, and there's little dice for that, which I think is such a cute idea. And then they have like a regular dice, but it's bigger. And then they have these cute little ships, which he's enjoyed doing little logic games with. They have the little clocks, which are so good for learning time, telling time. And then it has a little bit of money, and it's just all here. Like I have some fake money that I got to use with Math with Confidence, but there's just something about this box that is so organized and so nice and so simple and so small and just easy to grab, and that is something that The Good and the Beautiful just does so well. So, but I have not liked just this, The Good and the Beautiful for my son. I did not want to do that even for my 1st grader. So, where is it? Oh, right here. He's also doing Math Mammoth with it, and this works. We do a lesson of The Good and the Beautiful first grade math, and then we go into Math Mammoth, and we just do one worksheet. I think you're supposed to do like 2 or something a day if this was your only curriculum, but we just do one quick worksheet. And I mean, it has him writing a ton of numbers, so he's really practicing writing his numbers, and it's really, I feel like, giving him a good like number sense. And I like love looking back on this and like staring at his cute handwriting and everything, and I just feel like this gives him really, really good practice. Whereas the Good and the Beautiful, like he has, you know, practice, like independent work he does, but it never feels quite enough, and then it doesn't have that like mental math aspect that I would like it to have. So I love that we have this, and this has been very doable and attainable. It's just a quick worksheet. I kind of get him started just like my 3rd grader, and then he just does it. And the more we do it, the more he gets used to it. And I think that's how it'll be like eventually. I won't even need to tell them what to do. They'll just do their next worksheet in their Math Mammoth and be good. So I love the practice it gives them, and I love that it gives that balance. I love that it has the options for videos if I feel like they need help with certain concepts, like maybe multiplication once we get to that in Math Mammoth. I think those videos will be really good for my son to give him that conceptual understanding and that mental understanding, like mental math for multiplication as well. So I just think this has been a great balance. Finally, guys. Actually, as I'm talking about this, I was feeling like so embarrassed to tell y'all this, but this is a good update. Like, this is good. I think I finally found something. I could not find one math curriculum that I liked. I just couldn't. There's something about all of them. But then it was hard to do too. Like, I tried to do Math with Confidence and The Good and the Beautiful. It's too much because they both have this long explanation, like of a lesson and all of that. That's a big bulk of it. And then the practice is minimal for both of them. And it just was too hard to balance those. But with this, with the Math Mammoth, we don't do the videos if we don't need to, and it's just a very quick explanation, and then they just do the worksheet. So that has worked for us. So actually, that's good. We're good with math. My daughter, my preschooler, we do Math with Confidence sometimes. Their kindergarten level is kind of like preschool. A lot of people have said this, which is another reason why I have left Math with Confidence, is it was feeling too easy for my son, whereas The Good and the Beautiful is a little bit tougher, a little bit more like thinking involved. Not a ton, but it is a little bit more thinking and more on grade level for a 3rd grader, I feel like, the Math with Confidence level 3 is. I feel like if we had done kindergarten, Math with Confidence kindergarten, and preschool for my son, and he was on like level 4 Math with Confidence, that would be more like his level, but we just didn't do that. And so it wouldn't make sense to just skip the 3rd level. Like, no, he needs that. So math is so, you know, like building blocks on each other. So, I think I am doing some of it sometimes, but if I don't have time, that's something I drop, and we just practice learning her letters and do her Good and the Beautiful preschool, which she's almost done, and then she'll move on to kindergarten prep probably starting in January. I meant to order that with this order. Dang it. But anyway, so that is going well, and she does great with her school. She's very motivated, and I do think I'll probably do kindergarten Good and the Beautiful, because I have said that I love their kindergarten level, that it's a good level, their math. So, and I don't think Math Mammoth starts until 1st grade. So I think that's great. We'll do The Good and the Beautiful for kindergarten math, and then next year she'll be like her big brother Jack, she'll be like her big brother Jack doing Good and Beautiful Math 1 and Math Mammoth 1. So I have also considered doing Beast Academy, just like starting from the beginning for my 3rd grader, just as like some independent work for him. I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, but I might have him do that. It's just something else for him to do while I'm working with other kids. Do it online. I wanted to do it in person, just wasn't working. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get the puppy, I think. I think that's basically it. Classical Conversations, we're on break now. It went great. Oh, I will say in November it was a lot of fun because we had like a color day, color war. I think it's called Color Wars. Each class dresses up as a certain color, and you get a point for like each thing you're wearing that's that color. And then whoever gets the most points wins. So that was a fun day. And then we also had the last day of CC, they did like a pajama day and a cookie day. So we all brought cookies, and then they laid them out at lunch, and they gave the kids a box, and they were able to pick like 7 different types of cookies from like the smorgasbord of cookies that everyone had brought. Some homemade, some from stores. I even got a box and it was really good. So that was fun, and they loved wearing their PJs and everything. So I just think classical conversations is a really fun way to do stuff like that. The kids love, especially in the elementary ages. I can't say, well, my 17-year-old's been amazing. He gets socialization, he gets like some external motivation for doing his work, so it's been great for him too. He doesn't get the whole month of December off. And you know, they learn the songs and everything. Oh, and our community there. I really, really like the moms and the kids that are a part of our group. I just think it's a really good group, and it's a way that we've been able to meet people who are pretty serious about their kids' education, because you know, in the homeschool community, some people are and some people aren't. And so it's been cool to kind of have some like-minded people at classical conversations as well. So that is going well. Okay, now I'm gonna get the puppy real quick. Okay guys, now it is time to meet our brand new puppy. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen her quite a bit, but this is Checkers. She is currently 9 weeks old. She is a Maltipoo. She is so adorable. She's so soft and fluffy. Her name is Checkers. Charlie is like standing outside the door watching, and she's so proud of Checkers. She's like smiling and laughing because she just loves Checkers so much. But so her name came from the fact that we love chess. That's like a big deal in our family, and so chess is like not that cute of a name, but checkers, you know, it's not chess, but it's close enough. And we also love board games, and so it's kind of like a nod to that as well. I specifically have loved board games and played them since I was a kid. So, and then of course she's black and white, so that's why we've named her Checkers. She has like, she kind of looks like a Dalmatian too, her coloring, which I love, because 101 Dalmatians was one of my favorites movies, the live action one. I was like obsessed with that movie, and I always wanted a Dalmatian, but they're apparently like not good dogs. I don't know. So, and also I don't want another big dog. I want a little baby one. She's so cute, you guys. And then look at her tail. It is so funny because it's like she has a scrunchie on her tail. Like the black part just goes around like that. And then she has kind of like a couple dots here, and otherwise she's mostly white, a couple little black dots like under the fluff you can see. She's mostly white, boop, except for her face, which actually I love that she has black around her eyes, because Maltese, they tend to get like that yucky stuff, you know, around their eyes. And when it's yellow, I mean, when it's white, you know, white shows stains and stuff, you can really see it. So I like that she has some black around her eyes. That'll maybe like camouflage that whenever that happens to her, because it's hard to prevent. And then she has kind of like this dot up top here. Charlie will be like, we normally go like this, but Charlie will be like, oh, she's a rock star. Put her like that. She is just so cute, so cute. It's been so fun having a puppy. This definitely, I'm sure y'all are like, oh my gosh, you're burnt out and you got a puppy. Well, my husband got her for me, and it was a dream come true. I didn't think, this has actually been perfect timing to get a puppy, because we are on break from so many things, and I'm potty training her right now. But I didn't think we would be able to get one until maybe like reserve it and then get one like into December. But it just so happened that the lady that I contacted, she was in Houston first of all, which a lot of people were in Arkansas that I was talking to, so then I would have had to figure out how to get the dog. But then also she was like ready to go. Like once I found that lady, I was a part of a Facebook group. So if you're trying to find like a specific breed of dog, I would suggest following a Facebook group like in your area, because they will verify the breeders and stuff. And it's not 100% foolproof, but I did a lot of research and that was really helpful. So that's how I found her. But I feel like she's got me in a really good routine of waking up early, because if I put her in her kennel usually like 10 o'clock at night. The lady actually already had her crate trained, which is really, really nice. And she said that if you stop giving her any food or drink after 7 o'clock, that she won't pee or poop in her kennel. Well, you have to get her out of her kennel early enough, because I think the first night I got her out at like 7 something and she had pooped in there and peed. And then the next night, I think it was a little bit earlier, I got her out, but she had still peed. So then the next, I woke up even earlier, like 6 a.m., and she did not pee or poop at all. And that's been the case. So we've had her a week and 1 day now. And she is not pooping or peeing in her kennel anymore as long as I wake up around 6 a.m. But it's a really good routine we've got going where I'll wake up at 6 a.m. and I'll take her out to potty, and then I'll bring her in the bathroom with me and like brush my teeth and get some like comfy clothes on and some warm clothes because it's been cold, of course, right as we get her. In Houston, Texas, it's not usually that cold. Like December can be hot. But it's actually been fun having a cold December. But I had to go outside a lot, and so I just put my jacket on, and so it's actually kind of like fun. It's not that big of a deal. I'll put cozy socks on, I'll put some comfy clothes on, and then I'll have a heavy jacket I just keep by the back door. So I actually take her out to potty a lot, but I'll get her potty, I'll get my comfy clothes on, and she has lots of energy in the morning. I thought, oh, maybe I can let her go potty and then like put her in bed with me and go back to sleep, but no. She's got too much energy for that in the morning, so which is good for me because it gets me up and moving. So then I make myself a hot coffee and I play with her. And then at 7 a.m. I feed her her breakfast, which she's been so good about that. She, when I first got her, the lady said that she would grind up in a blender her dog food, her puppy food, and then put water in it to get her to eat it. And small dogs, they don't get all their teeth in, even by 8 weeks. So she doesn't have all her teeth in. So I was like, okay, this makes sense to do, but I was doing that 3 times a day. That's pretty tiring. So I was, grinding it up, and we didn't get to go see the vet. We got her on a Tuesday, and I wasn't able to get her in with the vet until Saturday. So we had to wait till Saturday. She did have fleas. I gave her a Dawn dish soap bath, which right or wrong, I don't know, but we found out she had fleas on Thanksgiving, and that was the only thing I had. So, but then on Saturday when I took her to the vet, they gave me a little topical treatment for her fleas. So hopefully it's gone now. But other than that, she was perfectly healthy. They tested her poop and listened to her heart and all those things, and she was nice and healthy. And the vet actually said that I did not need to grind up her food anymore, that if I wanted, I could just put some water in it and to soften it a little bit. But that it's actually good for her teeth, for her to be like chewing on the hard food to help her teeth come in. So I finally stopped the blending, which was nice, not having to wash the blender 3 times a day. And I started just mixing it with water. But then one day I was like, I'm just going to try. I get paranoid when I first get a pet. I want them to eat. Like, it's a fear of mine that they will be like traumatized from moving to a new home and that they won't eat or drink and they'll die from that. It's like, this is just this fear I have. And so anything it took. If I had to blend up her food and mix it with water and all that, I would do it just as long as she would eat. But when the vet gave me the okay to not blend it anymore, I was like, okay, I'm mixing it with water. But I still just was like kind of worried. But after we had her for like a week, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try the regular food. Because I have been putting the water in and not even letting it sit that much, and she was eating it. So I tried it, and she does. So it's so much easier. I just pour her food into her bowl. She eats 3 times a day. She's actually about to eat her lunch. It's almost 12 o'clock. So she has breakfast like 7, lunch at noon, and dinner at 6 p.m. And then I have her water out at all times. The lady I got her from said that she only let her have water when she was having her food, just to prevent potty accidents, I think. I think the lady lived in an apartment, so she had her trained with puppy pads, which we don't need to do because we have a backyard. So, I didn't want to do that. I'm potty training her. I take her out constantly, so I leave the water out all day. But when she has dinner at 6, she poops after every meal, and then I take away her water at 7. And she's not allowed to have water, and then she doesn't pee or poop in her kennel if I get her by 6. So she's on a very good little routine. She has had a few accidents, pee, not poop, but she has had a few pee accidents inside. Not too many, and it's only been on tiles, so it's been easy to clean. I got some special dog spray to hopefully get rid of the odor so she doesn't smell it and want to pee there again. And we have lots of toys. Her tug-of-war toy is like her favorite toy. But toys are essential. And then we did get her a little harness, but it's still too big. I think she'll grow into it, but She has a little harness, but she doesn't wear it yet. Like, I want to get her used to it for when we go on walks eventually, once she's vaccinated fully. They did start over on the vaccines because the paperwork the lady gave me, they didn't feel was legit. So just to be safe. But yeah. So the kids love her. I'm obsessed with her. I think she brings me so much joy. I think animals can be really healing. Our golden retriever was for my oldest when he was super sick. And she was healing for me. I would take her on walks, and I still do. Whenever I have the time, usually on the weekends, I'll take her on long walks. My golden retriever. Oh, I got her a little sling that she sits in when we go places. She mostly goes everywhere with us right now, besides like the grocery store. Because most places we go, she can come with us. But I'm sure there will be times when she won't be able to come. But we try to bring her everywhere we can because she's so tiny. So anyway, that's our little update on Miss Checkers, our new family member, our new puppy. We love her so much. So thanks for watching, guys. Oh, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That just supports my channel. YouTube might push it out to others. Subscribe if you're new and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos, and leave a comment saying hi to Checkers. All right, bye guys.